Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well today. And we are back in a 17 not good on the Devastation Evoker. We have a Prop Warrior, Holy Pally, a Demon Hunter, and a Rogue. I can only presume the Rogue is Outlaw. Looks like it. So yeah, looks like we've got a nice little group here. Me, the Warrior, and the Pally are pre-made, and then the Demon Hunter and the Rogue is also pre-made. So pretty excited. You want Bloodlust this pack, yeah? Trying to do as much damage as I can without, like, I think I pulled aggro for a minute there, which wasn't ideal. I cleared probably a little bit sooner than I'd need to, but again, I just wanted to actually stay safe on this pack. Oof! That was my fault. I was trying to heal through and I let the shade hit me. Nope. Yeah, a little bit shame, but I mean, we did massive damage there. Quite intense on the healing. Expected more out of the rogue actually there. Kind of a little bit surprised that he wasn't destroying us on damage, but never mind. Gonna jump down, throw him a heal. Trying to just heal myself at the moment. Oof, that was quite intense. I think it's one of those situations where DPS isn't everything. Sometimes just throwing a heal on yourself can really be the difference maker. Um, but yeah, quite intense. I got my cooldowns back though. That's good. Right, that's what we wanted. We will use the cooldowns on the next pack as well, I imagine. So, going to try and get some stacks of Pyre on this shade. So, going to go in, prop cooldowns. Going to do a big fire breath here because we've got a little bit more time now. Shattering Star into the Eternity Surge, get the kick off, and 140k DPS. We've still got more bursts to come with the Living Flame, 150k DPS. I'm not resetting my damage here. Absolutely pumped. Trying to keep my cooldowns running for a second while not getting hit by the shade. They apparently really hurt now, funny enough. A lot better out the rogue there. I don't know if he just saved his cooldowns or something, but I'm going to shatter him with all these. So, huge damage, just like passive damage on me. I'm not getting hit by very much, like on the floor, but there's so many mobs just destroying me. I'm going to throw a Shattering Star, pop another cooldown because I'm just getting battered right now. Oh, I agree. What's supplying the dot? The war spears. Okay. Yikes! That's it's a pretty big jump from my last knockheads, which was a 12. Um, again, just so much extra stuff doing so much more damage. I'm back now, so I'm gonna stun them when I can. Healing you, Cuddy. Oof. Ooh. Well, this was fun. I don't want to do this ever again. I'm pumping heals into him. So we're going to go into another damage window again here. I think we should be a little bit more fine on this. Seems to be a lot more of the nasty mobs that we don't like. Not getting rid of my buff here. Apparently I am getting rid of my buff. I don't know why we would keep it. The Demon Hunter ran out to me, but never mind. Gonna get a quick reset on me Fire Breath and then the Eternity Surge to finish off, and a nice little 140k DPS out of us there. I do need to watch some higher end keys and just see how high their DPS is. So again, trying to get my pyre stacks and things like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going in with massive amounts of pyre stacks, but that was 10 on my first one there. We still get some benefit out of it, right? You really should be trying to play to always have, I'm going to say like 10 plus stacks going into the next pack is an ideal world. So on this boss, can you just use the spear as soon as it is up every time, or do you have to wait? Do we want to risk it? I've never done it like that. No, there is some. I've seen there is a way that you can just spam it. That's fine. We'll just not risk it. I'm not sure. So no cooldowns at the start of the boss, but we're not bloodlusting anyway. Apparently we are bloodlusting because of my proc, but never mind. Hoping for a nice little stun on him. We got one. Pop me Renewing Blaze just before he does his AoE damage because we know it's going to suck. I'm also... It's just... I'll do it, yeah. So we know he's going to have a DPS increase phase. Going to go into our damage window now. Shattering Star, Insta Essence Eternity Surge. Hoping we grab the Saboteur. We do. Going to keep him nice and slowed. Drop a cooldown on myself there just to help heal. Do really need to be getting out of that, but I also need to refresh my damage. So I'm not sure. I believe there's a way where you can basically spam use these lances, but I've never done it. So rather than risk it here, what we should probably do is at some point go and test it in a lower key. But not an issue at the moment. I mean, I actually think I missed my impressive roll there, which is not good. So I repositioned myself there so I could breathe over them, get the benefit on both. Shattering Star into Eternity Surge, into a Disintegrate and a Bloodlust proc. Lovely game. Let fly. And yeah, we killed it. 9 minutes in the dungeon already. Now, there is 4 bosses. Of course, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. And 100% trash to do. Which means as long as we're averaging a boss every 10 minutes, we're in a good spot. Now, that doesn't quite work in that there's a lot of trash and stuff before the third boss, and not so much because you skip a lot of it on the fourth. So it doesn't quite work out as an exact science, but it's a good little kind of area for us to be focused on. The Witch Pack. Shout if you need me to CC him. So again, we're just talking about what we're learning as we're going along. So the arc blades are like doing a lot of damage to the tank. Rake, as soon as you start getting shades on you, can you call and I'll try and root them every time? So we're going to use cooldowns here. I think we'll get them back for the boss. Big fire breath, and we got the bloodlust proc, and we've got some orbs to take advantage of. Happy days. No one kicking the Tempest? Yikes. No, same. I'll save my cooldown then, because I'm gonna have oppressive roar and oh, that hurts apparently. I'm gonna have oppressive roar and stun for the next pack, so I'll use it on pull. So obviously, ideal world, we want to be using this at the end of the pack, right? But this really hurts. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Not sure what went wrong, but hey, we carry on and move forward. So the main reason that I really wanted to record this one is that assuming we time it, and that is a bold assumption at this point, but assuming we time it, this is likely going to be my Keystone Master key, which would be pretty cool. So, oh, we didn't kill very much of the pack. So I'm going to cool down to this pack now. So trying to spam damage into everything. Again, trying to help healing as well, because it seems like at the moment the healing is a bit insane. But I mean, overall, I'm holding nearly 70k DPS, so I'm definitely pulling my weight in terms of damage still while trying to help heal. So I'm going to try and build up stacks. Try and clear my pyre before I use Eternity Surge so that I actually get benefit from the stacks. And because it's 3 targets, I'm actually just going to focus the Thunder Beast here. I'd probably get a little bit more damage if I was AoEing, but realistically, it's not all about the damage. So getting a lot of use out of Renewing Blaze here. I'm interested to see what my overall healing would actually be in this dungeon so far. The real question is, do I cool down on that pack up there? And I think I do. because it's not tyrannical. So I'm expecting that's going to hit pretty hard. We're going to heal ourselves as much as we can and then get in. So obviously that Holy Pally gets mastery benefit. I didn't realize how shades could be so annoying. They're not even like a bad affix, they're just annoying as hell. I'm cooldowning on this pack. A pressing raw. A pressing raw if you've got a stun. I'll use mine now. So we're not really communicating our kicks and things like that very well. Obviously, two people not being on comms, that's to be expected. Lots of bloodlust procs, which really is helping me out a little bit. Arc blades are being a bit of a pain, so we're going to knock them up. So I am focusing on the shades mainly because obviously our Pally wants to be in melee, and him being focused by shades is really not helpful. Nor is me getting hit by shades, to be honest. Presuming we're bloodlusting here. Do we want it on first phase, on first electric phase, or I'm going to pop a cooldown and take as many orbs on my side as I can. So we've got our stacks up. No cooldown, unfortunately, but I'm going to try and keep myself topped as much as I can here. Going to use my cooldown here, try and get some damages off. Really like some more orbs. I really should be saving my renewing blaze for that transmission phase. So as much as I'd really like extra orbs, at the moment just trying to maximize my DPS during my cooldowns I think is the most important thing. So I'm going to try and take a load of these now. We don't want to be wasting them, that's that's for sure. She's just going to pump healing into myself here. So again, not being particularly efficient in terms of damage, but we're keeping ourselves alive, which is the most important thing here. If we get through this boss, I actually think we're still on a good chance of of killing this dungeon in time. Holding 55k DPS. Now I know obviously it is slightly artificial in terms of it being a lot of damage buffed damage, but we've helped heal a lot as well there. Nice job, mate. Why would you do that, Caddy? So overall healing, we are healing quite a lot right now. I mean, mostly on ourselves, but renewing blaze is really carrying us. Cool down and on pull here. So part of the reason why I'm calling my cooldowns, especially because I am on comms with the tank, is because it means that I can blow. He knows that I'm going to come in and do quite a lot of damage early. I'm stunning everything. So it means that I can go pretty crazy with DPS, and he knows that that's coming. So quite a nice little thing of being on comms. Obviously, if you're not on comms, potentially having a macro set up that just says I'm bursting next pack or bursting this pack could be quite helpful. So trying to use all of our kit here to get the most out of it. At the moment, top damage, no cooldowns for this pack, so I'm expecting we're going to fall back down that list in a second. But uh, for some reason, my Eternity Surge decided to go off by itself early, which is not great. Not when I wanted it on hitting everyone, but hey. Get our soul back ASAP. So try and get a big Eternity Surge here. It looks like the Demon Hunter stood in stuff there. Not ideal, but it happens. Get our soul picked up quickly. Gonna just try and keep slows on the birds as well. Ah, I couldn't even see it. Apparently, we got hit by the same thing. The Demon Hunter got hit by. Not ideal. You'll be fine. You should be fine because I'm out of the way. So let's rush back over there. Again, we're kind of still hitting that 10 minutes a boss marker. I'm expecting we're going to have bloodlust on this boss and last boss. So I still think we've got it in us. I still think it's a good chance. 16 minutes, two bosses, and 40% of the trash. But obviously, you get a lot of trash here. So yeah, I think we can do it. We were so close to the three chest. Like I said, obviously, if we do time this, I have a feeling that that'll be our Keystone Master, which will be a nice little achievement to hit, of course. Just talking today about what we need to get Keystone Hero, and I think I think it will come quite naturally. I think it's all 18s you need, or all 17s you need for Keystone Hero. It's 2,500 score at least. But yeah, I don't think it'll be that hard. I think once we get another 10 eye level and all that good stuff, it will be quite natural for what we're already doing. Another couple of levels on top of this, I think we'll be good. Will be cool down in once I get my fire breath up, like 10 seconds. So I know he's going to have threat here, but go to a pressing roar just to help out. We want to pick up our soul really nice and quick here. We know where it's going, so let's just go and grab it. Unfortunately, a couple of casts going off there, which we really don't want them to, but it is what it is. So spiteful on us. Going to just hit with the low empowerment shade just to get it done. Oh, that's Razagath I can hear in the background. Awesome. Lots of shades going off. Apparently, I managed to put sound effects on there, which was not good. Just hit him with a stun on opener. It makes life easy for him. Big pyre into an Eternity Surge, into another pyre. I really do like how much damage we're doing now. It does feel good. Evoker feels in a fantastic place. Ah, okay. One of my keybinds keeps putting my sound effects on, and I wondered what was doing it, but it's really annoying. big Eternity Surge here. Start dropping pyres on their ass. So 150k burst without cooldowns. It's really nice damage. And obviously we're 400 at the moment. Biggest upgrade we're going to get is a weapon. In an ideal world, we get Brewkeeper's weapon. Whether that happens or not is, down to RNG gods. But if I could pick a weapon, that's the one I'd be picking right now, and it would help our single target quite substantially. Can I dispel that? I don't know. Gonna save my cooldowns here because we got Bloodlust 50 seconds. I presume we're gonna go boss then. Oh, we're not gonna have Bloodlust on both? I get it, but I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think we do, but I think this boss is worse than last, isn't it? Okay. So just discussing there what we want to do in terms of Lost. They would rather save it for last boss. I'm a little bit scared of this. So obviously, if we were going to do so, because we're not bloodlusting on this boss on pull, I'm going to use my cooldowns here. And again, this is where comms really does come in handy. Obviously, I understand that not everyone has that option, and if you are truly pugging with 4 random players, you're not always going to get the chance to speak to them, find out when they want lust and things like that. But I do encourage you to have them conversations if you can. So big fire breath there into an eternity surge. I got a bloodlust proc as well. I'm gonna just stun everything, make it nice and clean at the end there. Now we're gonna get loads of shades spawning. I'm gonna root them just so we don't have to deal with them basically. I'm not worried about shades on me. I'm looking. I'm looking now. They give 6.15%. This is enough. So, and we okay. So no, I won't listen. It's all good. So 10 minutes left. Still hitting that sort of 10-minute marker. Obviously, it's a little bit slower this time just because I didn't actually want to fully channel that, but never mind. I did it anyway. What you can do about it, huh, game? Huh? Use my mobility here to try and stay ahead of the spirit leap so that we can always be DPSing Tira. We always want to be DPSing Tira as much as possible because I can cleave onto Maruk then as well. Gonna save my Shattering Star just for a second. Gonna just go and save here. Do I want to use my cooldowns here? I'm gonna save my cooldowns for the next Fire Breath. Yeah, so using my cooldowns now, Shattering Star up, 1 tick of Fire Breath into the Eternity Surge, and this should be our cooldowns for most of the fight now, hopefully. I'm going to just step out of this. Obviously, ideal world now, we want to keep this up as much as possible. Get another Fire Breath in there on both. That's really, really perfect. Going to use Renewing Blaze here because that hit really hard. Got a little Bloodlust plot there. Little cheeky Bloodlust there, which is nice. She's going the other way. Again, trying to use my mobility here so that I can always keep up my DPS. I probably should be saving my kick for that. It makes the most sense that I would be the one to kick that. We're going to get Razagath as well. Not ideal. I'm actually just going to clear this early. I mean, our damage here, I've just had a quick cheeky look at the DPS meter there. We really shouldn't be this far ahead, I don't think, but it's nice that we are. Really shows that we've got that carry potential now. And boom, boss dead. So I'm topping everyone off before we go to Grievous. Well, you and your big shields can go and jog on then. So we've got 8 minutes to kill last boss with Bloodlust. Super doable. Super doable. So we'll be Bloodlust in the intermission then on next boss. It's irrelevant for us. We've got 8 minutes. Like, it's not about using Bloodlust to kill the boss. It's about making sure we survive long enough to kill it. So if that's the case, I'm actually going to use my cooldowns here. I really did mess up how I used them. But yeah, I'm going to use my cooldowns here. I actually completely screwed up using my cooldowns, which is not good. But I wanted to get it on cooldown because I want to keep them on cooldown as much as possible, basically. Simple as. So bang with the Eternity Surge. I don't have a soothe, so we. And have you got a soothe on that, Cuddy? Okay, well this is gonna hurt. Is he not soothing? He's not enraged. Oh, okay, I didn't realise that. So I'm gonna get. Yeah, I'm gonna get far left. I'll knock it to you, Caddy, with an interrupt as well. So not using my cooldowns, of course. Obviously, we're going to save them. This first part is an absolute joke. In the grand scheme of things, it really, really isn't hard. Hmm. So using a bit of a cheesy mechanic, if you charge him into this rock, he doesn't. Excuse me, excuse me, sir. So I just used every button I had there to try and survive. Stood in a mechanic, shouldn't do that on tyrannical. That is definitely a death. But yeah, using a cheesy mechanic, I'm using my cooldowns on this. So just trying to pump these ads as much as I can, not standing stuff. I'm healing you. I'm healing you, and me, and the rogue, and everyone else. So that's the hardest part. Once that's done, this boss is pretty much dead and buried. So that's why we were discussing where we wanted Bloodlust. We weren't tight on time. We had plenty of time actually. So it was a case of using it to um, using it to survive the boss. And I actually think Bloodlust probably saved us multiple times during that phase. So I'm gonna have to use I'm gonna have to use my defensive on this next one, I think, just because of how much damage we are taking. But we've still got plenty of time, so it's a healing check more than a DPS thing right now. Nice rally. And I think let's set ourselves to devastation because we're going to get ourselves a feather. And Keystone Master? Boom. Keystone Master as well. 48, 2020 score. What's with this loot though, guys? What's with this loot? But yeah, so we hit Keystone Master. Our mount is somewhere, I imagine. Let's have a look. There we go. There it is. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed. It was a close key, but we did it. And yeah, join us for more videos in the future. Cheers. Bye.